We begin at the Nike store. How did Sarah get here? She doesn't remember the specifics, but she's at the counter making that final transaction. Not any one factor brought her here, but rather a series of events and props have carried her the mere 5 kilometers from her living room couch to this very store. A strange force comes over her and she snatches her credit card back from the shop assistant. Sarah, shouting, "How did I get here? What are you doing to me? What have you made me?" Shop assistant, "Commodification is not only visible, we no longer see anything else. The world we see is the world of the commodity." Sarah backtracks. The world appears as a series of 2D backdrops with props and actors coercing and constructing an image. An illusion carefully curated and collaged. Sarah, shouting, "In societies where modern conditions of production prevail, life is presented as an immense accumulation of spectacles." She tries to remember the sequence of events that brought her here. Sarah sits alone in her automobile, waiting for the robot to change. Sarah, in thought. While all the technical forces of capitalism contribute towards implementing various forms of separation, urbanism provides the material foundation for those forces and prepares the ground for their deployment. Sarah is distracted by a faint vibration. She looks down at her phone. Someone has followed her on Instagram. She opens up the app and reads a post on her feed. Orwell feared those who would deprive us of information. Huxley feared those who would give us so much that we would be reduced to passivity and egotism. She looks back up and passively reads the information on signs superimposed onto the scene. She notices logos of multinational corporations seducing her. McDonald's, Nike, Coca-Cola, Uber Eats. They are endless. They sit among a decaying urban environment, broken glass and rubbish strewn across the pavements. The cars are in motion and beggars on the streets walk past her holding signs reading 20 years since South Africa made its decisive turn towards neoliberalism, and the results of its experiment in trickle-down justice are scandalous. She sees a string of political posters. Julius Malema's smiling face pops up below a pronouncement that reads, "They never freed us. They only took the chains from around our neck and put it on our ankles." Sarah finds herself driving through her cocooned bourgeois suburban utopia. Her view is framed by tree-lined streets, towering walls and electric fences, cropping out what she imagines to be spacious single-family 2-story homes, landscaped gardens, glistening swimming pools and tennis courts. These boundaries have been designed to preserve Sarah's comfortable life, to protect her family from a perceived threat of invasion of outsiders. Sarah opens her car window. Sarah, shouting, "Johannesburg is a post-liberal city where the defense of luxury has given birth to an arsenal of security systems and an obsession with the policing of social boundaries through architecture." Sarah gets her nightly fix of The Bachelor. She and her family sit on the couch and eat dinner, eyes glued to the TV screen. The Bachelor cuts to commercial. A Nike advertisement appears on the TV. Superstar athlete. It was Huxley who believed people will come to love their oppression, to adore the technologies that undo their capacities to think. A string of advertisements follow, but Sarah has lost interest and looks down at her phone. She tweets, "It is the stage set that has driven her into a passive state of complacency, lacking agency in her decision-making and her actions. Not one act in her journey has led her to the counter of a Nike store, trading her dignity for a pair of blood-soaked shoes." The Bachelor resumes. A Bachelor contestant. It is the mise-en-scène of the scenes she has presented in everyday life, the passive consumption of information, the seduction of the TV set and iPhone, and the isolation she experiences on the road in her automobile. It is the digital and suburban bubble in which she lives and the harassment of information she experiences at busy intersections. It is the devious design of malls and stores which draw her in and keep her coming back. It is everything. And what's left in the image when it is stripped bare and what is revealed? Laissez-faire laboratories, clickbait caves, freedom charter theme parks, single-family sanctuaries, and surveillatopias. The end.